This meeting is being recorded.
Hello to Shannon Darcy. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So how long have you been a singer-songwriter for?
I've been singing ever since I was really little. I used to sing with my mum in the car, like on the way to school and stuff, and I sort of always loved singing like along to karaoke and stuff when I was really little. And it wasn't until we went on holiday when I was probably about 9 or 10. Like that was the first time I sang in front of a crowd. And they had like this talent show, and it was sort of a last minute decision. I decided I wanted to go and sing in front of everyone. Absolutely freaked out before I went on stage. I was really nervous. And then when I was actually up there, I actually really enjoyed it. And since then, it's been like all I've wanted to do, really.
So can you tell me more about your debut single, Snakes and Ladders?
Yeah, so Snakes and Ladders I wrote during lockdown, actually, amongst a bunch of other songs. And it's basically about people being toxic, and how sort of in the world you have sort of people who are very like trying to climb the ladder, and they'll push you off to try and be better than you, and it's sort of like a game of snakes and ladders. You trust some people, you'll fall down the snake, etc. So that's kind of where that idea comes from. And I like I said, I wrote it during lockdown, and it was the first song I'd ever recorded in a studio, let alone it being my first single. So it was really cool to have that sort of punchy rock song be my first one to sort of let everyone hear.
So was it like going into the studio for the first time?
Oh, it was well cool. I mean, I'd been in a studio before, just not to do my own stuff. So like, a few years ago, I was part of a competition where we did a charity single, and I sort of sang a line in that in the studio. But being able to go in to do my own sort of music was really cool, and getting to decide like with the producer, Talon, who's really really talented. We talked about like what sounded better, what would fit, what wouldn't fit, and it was really cool being able to like decide for myself, because it was my song and my sound, and it was really cool.
So what things do you write about?
I like writing on true experience. I mean, I always say that I like writing a story. So whether even that's real experience, or an experience I've witnessed happen through someone else, or just things that I get inspired by. So like, or I can write a song late at night when I can't sleep, or like I've even sat at work before and been bored and come up with a tune and some lyrics in my head, and I've had to like quickly find a piece of paper to write down what I've thought about. But most of the time it does come from like real experiences.
So continue more about your Easier Said Than Done single.
Yeah, so that one, it's funny because that song now, like as it was released, is a rock sort of pop punk song. But when I first went to the studio, it was actually like a classical ballad. But I decided that it didn't really fit the emotion of the song. Like it's supposed to be angry, and it's about like not being able to trust someone who you were supposed to trust as a figure in your life. And I remember coming out of the studio, and it'd been all been done as sort of like this ballad, which it sounds cool, and I probably will release it like that at some point, like as an alternative version. But I sort of didn't want that to be the first version of that song that came out, because it wasn't raw and angry and emotional enough. So we went back, and I talked about it with Talon, and we came up with this new sound for it, and I love it so much more. It's just even like singing it live, I'm able to feel it a bit more than I did with the original version.
So can you tell me more about your third single, Freak Show?
Freak Show. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorites that I've recorded so far. It's not about anything I've experienced. If you've listened to the song, it would be quite worrying if it was. But it's a fictional story about two sort of bad guys or two partners in crime. And I'm sort of a nerd. I love like movies and stuff, so it's very like sort of pop cultural. Um, I talk about the Joker and Harley and stuff, and I do like the villains in movies. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to write a song about villains? Because it's always sort of about the heroes and the anti-heroes. What if we focus on the villains for once and explore their story? Because they always have more of an interesting dynamic. So yeah, that's where that idea came from. And I sort of wanted it to be sort of like circusy, bouncy, freak showy, and yeah, that's basically that's basically that.
So you're
So
an
you're an
independent singer.
independent singer.
So can you tell me
Can you tell me
how does it
how does
feel
it feel
for you being
for
an
you being an
independent singer?
independent singer? What was that? Sorry, they've been cracked up a bit.
You're an independent
You're an
singer, aren't
independent
you?
singer, aren't you? Yes.
So
So
can you tell me
can you tell me
how's
how's
being an
being an
independent singer for
independent
you?
singer for you? I love singing. I think it's it helps me express myself, and yeah, I use it to get me through things that I've been through, and I I hope it sort of helps when people listen to my singing or any music with music as a whole. To be fair, um, I want people to be able to use it as an outlet to express themselves with, like how I do that with my singing, because everyone has sort of something that they like to do that helps them with that, and music and singing is that helps me. That makes sense.
So have
So
you got a
have you got
manager
manager
or you're
are you
independent?
independent? I'm independent, yeah, so I do pretty much most of it myself.
So
So
artist.
sorry.
How's it
How's it
an
an
artist for you?
artist for you? Being an independent artist. I mean, it's quite tough, because obviously if you've got a manager, you've got guidance and stuff. And before Snakes and Ladders, like I said, I'd never sort of done any of my own stuff before, so it's tough trying to navigate, how to do everything. But I think I'm doing pretty all right. I mean, like I've just done my third single. I get gig like regular local gigs and stuff, and yeah, yeah. I mean, the beauty of being an independent artist is that you get to make your own sort of choices and decisions, I suppose. And yeah, I think I'm doing pretty all right.
Have you got
Have
a
you got
vocal?
a
Something helps you with your
something helps you with your
vocals.
vocals? Yes, so I have got a singing teacher. She's been my singing teacher since I was about 13, 12 or 13. I did a competition. It was sort of like a mini version of the X Factor, but like in Essex. It was called Factor Essex, and it was over a period of weeks, and each week was a different category, and the judges had like buzzers and all this, and you're in teams, and it was basically like the X Factor. And Danielle was my sort of like vocal coach. She was one of the judges, and yeah, ever since then she's sort of been my singing teacher. She's more like family now, to be fair, but yeah, she's been my singing teacher ever since then.
So are you working
So
on
are
any
you working on any
projects?
projects? I am at the moment, yeah. So I've just started working on a new song. Um, I will say it's not a single. I'm hoping for something a bit bigger this time. But yeah, there is like things in the works behind the scenes and stuff.
We'll look forward
We
to
look forward to
hear what that
hear
is.
what that is. Thank you.
So
So,
what gigs have you
what
got
gigs have
coming
you
up?
got coming up? Gigs. Yeah. So I've got off the top of my head, I have got a awards show in November for the national awards, and basically I was nominated as best breakthrough artist, and I won the Southeast Entertainment Awards back in March time, around that time. And then I got put forward for this one, so that's in November, and I'm up against some really, really talented people, so it should be a fun night, and I'm looking forward to it. It's sort of like a mini red carpet event and everything. It should be yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Where's that taking place?
I, off the top of my head, I think it might be in Grays somewhere, although I might be completely wrong because the Southeast one was in Grays. I'm pretty sure the national one is as well, but I might be wrong about that.
So, tell me this, your social media.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much on every social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all under Shannon Darcy. Obviously, I'm on Spotify, and my music is on all the streaming platforms. Oh, I'm on YouTube as well. Should probably say that. Shannon Darcy, pretty much Shannon Darcy on everything. To be fair.
Thank you for joining me
No, thank
today.
you. Thank you for having me.
And I wish you all the success.
Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.